Welcome to the Rip 28 podcast. This is the Rip 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. I am the world's coolest host, and I'm joined by a few of my good friends. As always, we start off with the president. What's going on, El Presidente?
Hey, what's up, everybody? C-Ned's in the building as always. Let's go.
And then we got your favorite coach's favorite coach. What's going on, L Boogie?
What it do is your boy Beasley the GOAT, your favorite coach's favorite coach, man. Here to kick it with my guys one more week. Let's go.
Man, a lot of stuff going on in the world. A lot of stuff going on, man. Hey, first thing, man, we all ex-athletes, man. So we got to talk about this damn college football playoff thing going on, man.
Ex-athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
long time ago.
Long time ago. But here go the thing, though, man. Now all the talk, man, especially with me being in Georgia, all the talk is how them Bulldogs ain't make it. The Bulldogs or the Seminoles did not make it to the Final Four, to the playoff. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, that's crazy now. Like, I think, Georgia had a better resume. If you look at the losses or whatever, so Georgia lost to Alabama, which is, I guess, one of the best losses you can have. Texas lost to Oklahoma, but they still in there. You know what I mean? Although they beat Alabama.
They beat Alabama.
It's all kind of politics going on. Florida State is undefeated, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
You're right.
Undefeated, but I'm guessing they take into account that their quarterback is hurt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But these games, I mean, I can honestly see Alabama winning the whole thing now, and I think Georgia should have been in. I think they got duped, man. It's messed up.
Well, man,
I don't know how you say Georgia got duped. They lost their conference championship. Yeah, you were undefeated.
You got to win.
But you lost. If you would have lost early in the season, you probably had a chance to bounce back. But losing late in the season, it ain't no way for you to go when Washington's undefeated, then Michigan's undefeated, Bama beat you head to head, and Texas beat Bama. The one that got a gripe is Florida State. So you penalize me for injury. You're not even going to give my kids a chance in a Power 5 conference to go undefeated and win my conference championship. You're not going to give my kids a chance to compete, all because I understand that losing Travis was a big blow to my offense. But look at what my defense just did in the conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
Who they play?
So that's who got the gripe. They played Louisville, which is another good team. Louisville's a good team.
They straight.
Well,
speaking of Louisville, one of our classmates' namesakes, he was kicked out of the game last night for targeting.
Uh-oh.
Riley?
He was targeted. Yep.
He a baller though, huh?
Yeah, he a baller. He can ball. Ain't no doubt.
But here go my thing, man. If you're Florida State, I think Florida State, they the only people who got a legit
gripe.
You know what I'm saying? Georgia, hey, y'all lost. So I know it's tough, but you lost. So now that you lost, hey man, sit down. But Florida State ain't lose. Florida State went undefeated. It's a Power 5 conference, and they beat whoever. They beat everybody who was put in front of them. Truth be told, the ACC had a better record against the SEC this year anyway. They
6-4.
Yeah, it was 6-4 against the SEC. So, the thing about people always talk about the SEC is so good, it's so good. The SEC is just really top heavy. Them top 4 teams in the SEC can probably compete and beat anybody. But
who you got? Georgia, Alabama,
occasionally.
Supposed to be the LSU, but
LSU.
LSU. LSU and that fourth one rotate a lot.
Yeah, Ole Miss, Texas
Uh,
A&M,
I think Missouri was the fourth best this year.
Missouri. Yeah, Missouri,
Tennessee sometimes.
Yeah,
Kentucky sometime.
that fourth one rotate. Auburn might jump in there every blue moon.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, man, hey, Florida State was undefeated. They was undefeated, and they should be there. And the boys kind of got screwed, man. If I'm Florida State, I understand why they mad. Who they playing in the bowl? Are they gonna play Georgia in the bowl game?
They playing Georgia in the bowl, yeah.
Yep. So.
Oh wow, that could be a good one then. Well,
what? I don't know.
That may be a good one.
I don't know,
We'll
man. You might just be like, fuck it, man. We ain't in the national championship. I don't feel like playing. And with college, with a lot of these college people, they leave and they skip the bowl game anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
You get ready for the draft. So,
but would you play if I had a chance to be drafted? Well, your kid had a chance to be drafted, and you playing in a New Year's Six bowl, which ain't no sorry bowl. Are you telling your kid to play, or are you telling your kid to preserve himself?
New Year's Six, I'd say play, but anything less than that,
yeah,
probably not.
But what are you?
Then next year, this is the last year that you really got to say something about that, because next year it's gonna be 12 teams, right?
But you still gonna have somebody left out.
And it don't really happen like it happened this year often, where it's 6 or 7 teams that's deserving, and you just got to pick 4. If you say, all right, we got 12 teams, and now it's 16 teams that deserve it. I mean, that may happen every blue moon, but for the most part, it'll settle itself out.
But see, they said they thought the team right outside of the Power Five that was gonna get in was SMU, but they was all wrong. It was Liberty. So you still now, if you SMU, what are you saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna always be somebody that feel like they're left out.
Yeah, but it'll be less people.
Yeah, I guess. We'll see, man. I say if you take care of your own business, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about somebody letting you in if you're in the Power Five.
Keep winning, baby. Keep winning.
Yeah, just win. Just win. Just win. I learned that my darn self, coaching. We got right there on the doorstep. I've been there 4 times and I ain't reached the state championship yet. So get what they're telling me. Either I need to coach better or get my players to play better. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you and say, well, even being here, BC done got right there. They're a good team. No.
Yeah.
No.
But
it do help having like some superstars though, don't it?
But though, I got a question for y'all though, man. Kind of with the kids playing or not playing or whatever. One of the things going around, do you take the rings or do you go after the check? Which one do you want? You have your chance to win 6 rings or you have your chance to get the max contract? Which one you want?
I seen that. I think you can make a case for both because everybody wants to be known as the best to ever do it or the best team or the best this. But then at the end of the day, those rings ain't paying no bills when you got 350 million.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I forgot who it was, and I want to say it was Jason Williams. It might not have been Jason Williams. I'm not sure who said it, but somebody said they'll take the money, and they said they'll take the money quick. And the reason for it, he says, when it comes down to that ring debate, you only really talking about a certain number of people.
That was Gilbert Arenas.
Okay, Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
He said you only talking about a certain number of people when it come down to rings. You talking about you having to be the elite of the elite, the top notch when you start to debate whether or not you got any rings or not. But if you're just a good player, nobody really care about if you got any rings or not.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're right about that.
That max contract don't mean a lot though.
Yeah, that stick with you a lot longer. That 4 year, 250 million, that seemed to stick around a little longer than them That
Yeah,
one, that one
yeah
ring.
it's according to where you at in your career too. If
Yeah,
if you early in your career, you better get that money.
right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you see it happen all the time. I guess the first time I can remember when Karl Malone and Steve Nash and all them went to the Lakers, and then you had Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley and all them go to the Rockets and all that stuff. You know, after they was kind of, I ain't gonna say they was washed, but they was past their prime.
They was washed. That's why they
Uh,
went. That's why they found two young bucks like Kobe and Shaq and tried to latch on to get that ring.
they like, yeah, I ain't worried about the money no more. I'm trying to get these rings. So
I say
I
this.
can see it.
You see a lot of superstars selling them rings to get what?
Money.
Money. But
Yeah.
if I got that 250 mil that I just got from the Lakers or whomever, I ain't got to worry about that. So I'll say the money, man. If I had to take a choice, I'll say the money. Because not only am I helping myself, I'm helping those around me. I can help my community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go if you just winning rings, you getting paid to do appearances.
Yeah. You think about it as like a real job, you know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of people think like this. So if I can make more money than you and not win a championship, I'm winning. You
Yep.
know, like shoot, I got 300 million and I ain't even win no championship. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even have to do as much work as you had to do and make more money than you.
And you got a 2-year deal, 7 million, and you got to pay your agent and taxes and
Uh,
live. So yeah, I'm about to go with the money, man.
and if you live
Everybody
somewhere
wants to,
like California or something like that, they taxing the hell out of you.
yeah. And if you playing for Toronto, you getting that double tax. You getting that Canadian and you getting the tax shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. Everybody wants to be known as a champion, right? That's why we played the game. We want to be known as Columbia High champions, 2A champions. But we also want to be known as filthy rich. You can do what you want to do. So forget the rings, man. Give me the money.
Hey, I'm glad you
I'll
said something about
be
high
the
school
man.
because you know a lot of people. I'm not saying three of us, but we really be criticizing people about winning these championships and these rings, and I'm like, I thought we was good players. You know, I thought we had a good team, but we ain't win no championship. So I mean, like, how can we talk about somebody in the NBA? Oh, they trash, they slow, they ain't win no championship. You know, I'm like, hey, it happens. Everything got to come together, man. It ain't just about you having the best players all the time.
That's true.
You gotta be lucky. You gotta be healthy, and you gotta be good, of course. But it ain't, you know, only one person can win the championship every year. So
I just had that conversation. I said it ain't gonna be but one team. I was talking about high school, but it's only gonna be one team out of each division that sit down and be happy. I
yeah,
don't care how many games you won. If you didn't win that ring, especially in high school when the money ain't as available, yeah,
uh,
you playing for the ring. So it ain't gonna be but one team happy. So at the end of the day, man, it's depending on, like you said, what level you on in your career. If you've already made the money, you just chasing a ring, cool. But if you young and you ain't got paid yet, so you can have that generational wealth, you better go ahead and get paid, young, get paid,
go get this
get paid.
money.
I'm telling you, dog, you better get that money. So that was a good point, James. I'll go with that, depending on what level you are on in your career, dog.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with both of y'all, man. It depends on the level, man. You know, it sounds cool and sound good, you know, but it is nice though to have that bragging right at the end of the day, man. You know, it is cool. At the end of the day, y'all both come back out of retirement or whatever, and then you can come and say, "Hey, man, look what I got. Look at all my championships." You know,
Yeah.
that
Hey,
that is.
what's
But
the
check
last
this
championship
out.
you had, Sly? Redskins.
Yep. No. I won the adult softball league. We came in first place in our championship. Adult softball league, boy.
I
Man,
think
listen, dog. check this out, though. I'm gonna ask you a question. You got Robert Ory and you got James Harden. They both retired. And they sitting around all the players ball and they doing their thing, talking about the. You think they're gonna give? You think they really gonna give a damn about Robert Ory's 6 rings?
Well, the only
Or
way
you,
they
separate.
well, excuse me, 7 rings, or
but,
or that money.
But they gonna
Be
bring
real
up
now.
they gonna bring up Robert Ory rings as a way to kind of insult James Harden. If you see what I'm saying, that's the only way they'll bring it up. You know,
Well, you got to
the
care
throw
about that
shade.
for the. It's got to. You got to care about that to be
Okay.
insulted. I don't think James Harden really give a dang about winning no championship.
I
They still
guarantee
paying
it
this
won't bother.
man.
It won't bother me, bro.
Yeah, they still paying this man $50 million to go out there and then make it through the first and second round, dog.
And be out of shape.
And be out of shape, dog, and go to all the area strip clubs. So who winning? You really think Charles Barkley care when Shaq and them say, but you don't got no rings when it comes from Kenny Smith?
Yeah, not for Kenny. Like so yeah, that's the difference too. Like you say, Robert Ory wasn't the reason. I mean, he hit some big shots that helped them win the championship, but he wasn't the reason they was a championship team. You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
never the Batman. He was never Batman or Robin.
Yeah. He was just a great
alpha.
A good piece. He was a
great
good piece.
role player, you know.
Yeah. The
So
same thing Jordan had in Chicago with Paxson and Hodges and BJ Armstrong and them cats. And Steve Kerr too.
Yeah, so like you were saying, Sly, you know, it's only a few people. So you talk about Jordan and LeBron and Kobe, how many rings they got because they was the integral part of that team. They were the best player, you know what I'm saying? So if you the best player on the team and you trying to build your legacy as far as saying, hey, I won these championships, that's one thing. But if I'm just on the team and we won the championship, hey, there's all kind of people who won championships. That like
man,
it's plenty of people that ain't never played, ain't getting the game, got championship ring.
Yep.
Say it like this: if you from the hood, you trying to get that money. If you from Roosevelt Village or Broad River, you trying to get that money because you ain't trying to come back and show the hood no ring. They don't care nothing about that. Yeah, but but man, it's value on both sides though.
I mean, they care about it, but it's like, oh, that's nice. What's
Yeah,
next?
but let's talk about how you gonna help build this community.
Check this, man. Hey, man, what we love to do here on the Rip 28 podcast, man. We love to help the people out, man.
Help them out.
Give some advice when we can give some advice, man. You know, spit pearls of wisdom to the people that need it. And one thing about the Rip 28 podcast, man, our listeners, man, they come to us for some help, man. And we getting close to the end of the year. So we need to kind of empty out our archives a little bit, man. We're gonna dig in the archives and yeah, man, we're gonna share this screen and we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that that the people want to know, man. People having some problems, man. We're gonna start off with this one right here. What up, fellas? I need some help. My wife and I have been married for 10 years. We have a really good marriage, not really any big problems, but we have something that could be a big problem for us. I own a rental property that I've owned years before I met my wife. It is a duplex that I usually keep occupied. Problem is, my sister-in-law just got evicted. My sister-in-law isn't a bad person, but her baby daddy ain't shit. He constantly in and out of jail. And he is a woman beater, and I think he's a cokehead. She said that they're broken up for good this time. I doubt that. My wife wants me to let her move in as a tenant. I disagree. My wife is saying I am being selfish. She is right. I don't want a sister to live off of me rent-free. Have me guessing when I'm going to get my rent, or have her 2 badass kids mess up my place. Am I wrong, or is my wife wrong? Who is wrong? Who is wrong in this one? The wife or him?
Well, that's kind of easy for me, bro. Like that's your business, man. Like you don't mix business with family and friends and stuff like that.
No.
Man, don't let that girl in your house and you know she ain't gonna pay you. You better. Hey, she wrong. I mean, if you had to make a sacrifice, she come stay with y'all for a few months till she get on her feet or something like that. But I wouldn't really like that either. But nah, definitely not a house that I'm making revenue from. So I'm just let somebody stay there for free. And I know he's saying for free because he know that she ain't gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily, it ain't supposed to be free, but he already know the business. So like, why would you do that? And why would she pressure you to do that?
Man,
That's
listen,
crazy.
Well,
there's no way in life, there's nowhere in life you can go and live for free. So coming to coming to your family or friend or whomever it is, you can't come expecting no handout.
Yeah,
Especially when he's making, like you said, that's part of his income. That's how he's feeding his family. You cannot mix business with family. Money and family does not go together. It's gonna become a problem somewhere, man. So I would tell my wife, I gotta what they say, stand on business, man. Can't do it.
standing on business.
I'm
you know,
standing on
So
business, dog.
so
Standing
what you
on
gonna
business.
do? What you gonna do when you got to kick her out because she ain't paid in 3 months?
You ain't
Like
gonna be able to kick out.
that's gonna be a major problem. You know what I'm saying? So just to avoid all that, no.
But the deal breaker was the kids, like he said, the kids tearing up the property. Now he has to spend money as to making money. No,
Uh,
no, no.
see, here goes something. Here goes something, and Stacy kind of missed out on. She say, "Blank don't make rental agreements no more. IDGAF. Who you are. Contracts
Tracy,
exist for a reason." Here go the thing, man. You say that. You say that. Okay, well, you get the sister-in-law to sign a rental agreement or sign or sign a contract or whatever. That sounds all well and good to them first month come without her paying the rent. That's the
Right,
sister, and apparently if the wife want her to move in real bad, the wife and the sister obviously got a good relationship. So what's going on? I mean, it's like you're not gonna put her out the same way you would put out a stranger on the street to go through all the court process and everything to get her out because she's family. You know, yeah, what Notorious Big say, that shit don't mix like two dicks and no bitch. Find yourself in serious shit. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen, man. You're gonna find yourself in serious shit when you try to put family and business together, man. It never works out. Family and business hardly ever works out. And especially, technically that's your in-law. It ain't really your family. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your blood. That's your
right,
blood.
right.
You know?
and the messed up part about, especially with black people, everybody think that you got some, you supposed to give them a hookup. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
nah. I'm like, nah, bro. You got to pay the same extra as everybody else. You know what I'm
I,
saying? It's like,
I got the hookup. I live, you hear me? I
I'm like,
got the
nah.
hookup.
I'm like, why everybody think they supposed to get a discount for you? You know what I'm saying? Like my wife do shirts and all kind of crochet and all kind of stuff like that. And it's like, we gotta pay for this material and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff ain't cheap. And it's handcrafted type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make you something for more than I or less than I make it for. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing money that way. You know what I mean? We trying to make money there.
Hey man, I just feel like this right here. If I can make money off of it, it ain't no way I can just give it to you for free.
Not at
And
all.
then, but then it's not that I can't give it to you for free. It's just the baggage that you bringing with it. You bringing in this dude that's in and out of jail, so I gotta expect the cops to be in and out of my place, which makes it
Mm-hmm.
look like I'm a bad landlord. You see what I'm saying? Then you gonna be over there fighting because you say he's a woman beater. Now you're over there fighting. The people in the next side of the duplex gonna want out.
And he
So
got
I'm
dope in the
losing
house.
money on that side. And then the kid writing on my walls and tearing up the place. It's just a lot that go with it, man. It ain't just you bringing her in, you bringing in her and the extra that she brings.
Yeah.
And my thing is, they say she about to get evicted out of her place. My thing
Wonder
is,
why?
yeah, because you usually only get evicted for not paying your rent. That's
Not paying your rent and being a nuisance out there, having the police in and out.
mm-hmm.
That's
So
it.
so my thing is, if you ain't gonna pay the white man, what make you think you gonna pay me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gonna look, bro. We family, man. Man, come on, you gonna do me like that? My
Mm-mm.
kids. What? How about the kids? That's what she gonna throw in. How about the kids?
Man, fuck them kids.
Yeah, they got that. Yeah, they got me messed up. I'm like,
I'm
hey,
telling you,
yeah,
dog.
y'all come over here every once in a while. But, like you can't spend a night.
Yeah,
And
man.
see,
That's just
I'm
a
more
tough
like
situation.
with James Willard. He say, I'd rather I'd rather help her find somewhere else to go, even if I have to put a few dollars on it. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's kind of how I feel, man. Hey,
me
she
too.
she need a place. Hey, let me help you come up with your down payment. You know what I'm saying? Let me
Yeah.
help you come up with something so you can have a place to stay. And then if
Let
they,
me help you get some furniture or a bed, but I can't bring you in and I lose money.
yeah,
I'll help you. I don't mind helping. I'm not saying I'll throw you to the wolves, you and the kid, but I'll help you as much as possible to where it's not costing me and my family.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
Because next we'll be home. And
yeah,
now where we
yeah.
gonna go?
And then y'all gonna help me? No, y'all
Right,
gonna.
no. Because get what she gonna say? I'm already down bad.
Uh,
that's my
Yeah, so no.
that's my thing. I can't help the poor if I'm one of them.
Right. So that goes back to that NBA. So I want that money. So she ain't gotta come live with me.
Mhm.
I'll be able to put her in an apartment and pay 6 months worth of rent till she get on her feet.
And this is my thing. I hope the wife understands what we're saying, man. I hope she can take this information and use it and use it based on her life, because this is another thing the wife needs to understand too. He's been renting now. Y'all been married for 10 years, and he says he's owned this place long before you came into the picture. So that means you've kind of been living off of this extra income that he's getting
uh-huh.
from the place. So you're used to this extra income that he's getting. You're used to it, and your finances and your household finances are based off of this extra money he's getting in. Now, what happens when your sister comes along and your sister is not paying that rent? Your sister ain't paying that extra money that you expect to get every month. You know what I'm saying? If he charging, let's say he charging $1,200 a month for this duplex, and your sister ain't paying, well, you losing an extra $1,200 out your pocket every month.
Yeah, and you still gotta do all the maintenance and stuff with that.
Mm-hmm. You still
Right.
gotta
That's what I'm
maintain that
saying.
house. So
You digging in my pocket, so I might as well just help you get your own spot.
and so that's the thing. You know the type of person your sister is. You know if your sister gonna pay this money. And the thing, man, and with the fact that she got the abusive boyfriend who probably a cokehead, man, you don't know what to expect out of a junkie. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
that's the funny thing. So I think he cocaine. Like you don't really think that you know.
Mm-hmm.
He probably trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He come back there, the copper missing off the air conditioner, man. They wonder why it ain't working. It's all the copper.
You're like, I don't. You don't think nobody on drugs. You kind of know.
Yeah,
Man,
you.
listen though, dog. Listen. You can't expect nothing for free, man. You just can't. Not even from family. If I go to somebody and they offering a service, I'm not going to my family looking for nothing for free, dog, or y'all. I don't care how expensive the t-shirts are. I just either you're gonna pay it or you gotta move on. And the reason she want her to move in is because she knows she ain't gonna pay. She knows she ain't gonna pay, so she just want to secure a spot for her sister and her niece and nephew or nephews or nieces or whatever they have.
Yeah,
That's what that is. That's about security.
that's the thing, man. Family can put you in a tough spot, man. Family can put
For
you in
sure.
a real tough predicament, man.
Hey, I just thought about this. Like, so she didn't suggest that they come stay with her and him. She should just stay in the house because she probably know her sister trifling as well. She don't want them at her house.
Mhm.
What she don't want is that dude coming over there. That's what it's gonna be. She trying to keep that dude away from them.
Oh, her sister might be trying to walk around with some booty shorts on, like what that is.
Oh, Players Club.
Players Club. Your cousin's a hoe.
So yeah, man, it's a whole lot of reasons, man, that your wife trying to get her to move into that place. And my brother just broke it down, man. She probably don't trust her sister. You know what I'm saying? It won't be the first time in history that somebody's sister done mess with somebody's husband.
Right.
That's usually how my most favorite porn start. You know,
Boy, this boy right, this dude right here. I give you something. At least you ain't say you the best looking host. You are the coolest host. I give you that. But boy, you ignorant.
but yeah, man. Yeah, and while Jane said her sister in that bum is a package deal. Yeah.
Right. And them kids, man. Don't forget them kids. Ain't nobody really want to be dealing with nobody else's kids, to be honest now.
Yeah, especially
Especially if they bad. Now, if they manageable and can sit down and play decent and act like they got some sense, cool. But when you know they bad, man, keep them away from people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't take my son everywhere. I know if I turn my back, he'll be and they fighting somebody. So I gotta watch. I know certain places I can't take them.
I worry about mine saying something slick, trying to be smarter than everybody in the room, saying something smart that have somebody want to backhand his ass one time. You know, but oh well, man. Hey, I hope your wife listened to us, man. Obviously she ain't listening to you. Hopefully she listen to us, man. And our advice is, hey, don't let that girl move into your house, man.
Hey, you gotta put your foot down and say, hey, you want a divorce, she can get the house.
But shit, man. It's interesting. You talked about your son and the stuff that you go through with your son and stuff we go through with our kids. And that's one of the things we kind of want to talk about this next letter. And like I say, what we're doing right now, man, we're kind of emptying our inbox because we get a lot of emails. We get a lot of people writing in, wanting to know stuff, wanting us to help them out. So some of the stuff we just can't get to that quick, but we're going to get to this one because we think this is important with all us being dads, man. We think this one is kind of important. Let me pull this one up right here. This one right here is Good Dad. Hey guys, I have a simple question for you. I'm about to have my first kid. I am scared to death. I'm not sure if I will be a good dad. I don't know how to be a dad. I'm 27 and I've never known my dad. I grew up with just my mom. And my mom never got married, so I never had a dad. I don't know if I will be a good one. My wife says I'm overthinking it, but I am really scared. Can y'all help me with any advice? Thanks. Bruh.
Man, everybody done been through this, first time having a kid. Nobody knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's part of life. You just go through it and you figure it out. But a present dad is a good dad. I mean, as long as you ain't, abusive and all crazy or whatever. As long as you there and you trying, you're a good dad. Like some people put too much pressure on themselves. I mean, like you had a mom, she did it by herself without a dad. So I mean, you got your wife there and everything, so y'all can team up and do the best y'all can. You know, it ain't no recipe or nothing like that to this thing. It's just that you got to live life and learn as it goes. So I mean, don't be scared, man. You know,
Like Terrence said,
just do your
man,
best.
everybody was scared. I was when I got that call, dog, I was petrified. I was
First, I
petrified. I was
was
like, how do I
afraid.
Yeah, I was
how
thinking
do
the
I
same.
I was
handle a baby?
petrified.
Yeah, I was, dog. But I'll just tell them like this: be everything for your child that you wanted your dad to be for you. Everything you was missing, those games you wanted him to be at, those concerts, whatever it was, you going to be there for your child.
I will say this though: some people really overcompensate in that situation. Like you were saying, like so say they didn't have a dad, or they didn't grow up in the best situations. They try to overcompensate, and that can be a detriment to your kids too, because you ain't really teaching them how to grow up either. Because you want to give them everything, and they don't have to work for
Yeah,
nothing, or work hard for nothing like that. And like you got to have a balance. You know, you want them to be you want them to be good people, and they got to learn that everything don't come easy. You got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as you grow up, you helping them grow up too. But you just
yeah.
don't. A lot of people be just spoiling the mess of their kids because they were like, man, I didn't come from that, so I want to make sure they got 20 pair of Jordans and they ain't got to do this, and like kid don't even want to take trash out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, you gotta build some values in them kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't
Hey,
be talking about my son, Chance.
check this out. I think
No,
I
I'm
think
just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
and I
playing.
bet he do got about 20 pairs of.
No, man.
I know he only got 3 of
I think
Nah, feet grow too fast.
Chan
them.
just said
You're right.
something. Chan just said something that really hit and really is important. And basically, he was saying presence over presence. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
Just beat up.
your presence should be more important than the gifts and the presents that you buy your kid. Now, true enough, we all want our kid, like Chan saying, to be in a better shape than what we were in. But your presence is more valuable than whatever presence you can get him. And here's a little bit of advice I would give for you, man. Being scared is natural. Being scared is natural. Every single one of us, when we had our first kid, we was nervous than a motherfucker. We
Yes,
was
sir.
all wondering, what type of dad would we be? Could we live up to the type of dads that we had? Could we measure up? So being nervous about being a doctor, I mean about being a dad, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's nervous. But the thing is, I think the first step, you should just make sure you are there. Make sure I don't. You say you married, so that's your wife. So apparently y'all live together. Hopefully, if you married, but you want to make sure you're there for the little things. Going to those first doctor's appointments, all that stuff right there, man. You want to be there. You want to experience all of that, man. When I don't know how your maternity or paternity leave work, but if you can get a couple of days off of work or a week or so off of work, man, take that time off. Take that time off. The money gonna be there. The money gonna be there eventually, man. You can always go back, get a job, work some extra hours, drive Uber, something, get the money. But that time ain't gonna that time, especially them early bonding years, man. Um,
You ain't lying, boy.
it might be something as simple as the baby just laying on you. You know what I'm saying? Bond that way, get tighter, get closer that way, just by having that baby with you. And if you can be a help to your wife, uh, let's be honest, man. We was talking about Insecure earlier, but one of the storylines on Insecure was the lady had the baby and she was going through postpartum depression. That shit is real. It is real. It sounds made up, but it's a real thing. So you got to ask yourself, what can you do to lighten your wife's load? You know, the wife is, the main caregiver of the baby, but you want to make sure that you're capable and smart enough to take the baby and just take the baby away from your wife, or give her a couple of hours to herself, man. Even if you don't, have a lot of money where she go to a spa or something like that, just give her some time the way she can take a bath and light some candles or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just get the baby out of here. Go to grandmama house. Go somewhere. Just get the baby away so she can have some time to feel herself and to get herself back on track, man.
A lot of people don't understand that, like you're saying. To be a great father, you also got to be a great husband too. If you married and you have a kid, that's y'all will tell you, raising this kid now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it ain't no stereotypical type thing where all right, the wife got to do this and the husband do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to step up and take care of that kid and do what you got to do to build this family together. It ain't just like, all right, well, I got work tomorrow, so baby woke up at 2:00 in the morning. I'm staying in bed and I ain't hear him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I
You know,
don't
so
miss that. I don't miss that.
hey,
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
that's some rough times, though.
Boy, it's rough. I'm gonna tell you this though. Sly said something that was real important about building a bond. That's the way I built the bond with my son, Sly. From the time he came out, he slept on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
It from almost up until he got my height.
He about there already.
Yeah, he about my height now, but nah, up until he was about 3, 4 years old, he still slept on my chest, man.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be there. And we always say presence over presence. How about memories over money?
Mm.
Memories over money. Because those memories, man, whether, everybody father don't make it. I got a lot of buddies, their fathers are not around. So they still have those memories. If I just gave them, like you said, those 20 pair of Jordans, they gonna get old or too small. So what do you do with that? You throw those away.
Yeah.
And you forget about those, but those memories, man, will always be there. Always be there. And you're gonna make mistakes. You're all going to make mistakes, or I wouldn't say mistakes. It's gonna be things that you're gonna second guess.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do that right? Was that the right decision? You have to do what's right for you in your situation. You can't do what you feel is right for somebody else.
Yeah, you're
Because
right, man.
everything is not going to apply to you. What applies to me might not apply to Chance. What applies to Chance might not apply to Sly in his situation. So do what's best for you and your family, man. Just be there through the good, bad, and the ugly. And I think you'll be a great father,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I know, Brian, you still coaching or whatever, but I coached for 8 years straight out of college or whatever, and I've had the opportunity to coach all my kids at some point in time, in basketball, soccer, football, all this stuff. I think that make a difference too. Like that's volunteer work. You ain't getting paid to do that rec league stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but they understand that you my kid, but I got to treat you the same way I treat everybody else on this team too. So it's like life lessons going on in there too. So it's like, I just felt privileged that I had a chance to do that with all three of my kids, and they've been pretty successful. As far as sports wise, they was all good players. My oldest didn't pursue it all the way to college, but the other two, I think, will. But I mean, it still was a great opportunity to coach them and get her to, call me coach instead of dad and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, at practice you call me coach. After we get home, you call me dad again. Type thing. But it just.
You made CJ call you dad? I mean, our coach?
I don't make them call me nothing, but if they want to call me coach on the field, I ain't gonna say, no, just call me dad, bro.
But yeah, man. all these things, man, you want to take all these and just take it one day at a time, man. One day at a time.
Sure.
They do. We telling you basic common sense stuff, man, but it's a lot of great books. I don't know if you're a reader or not, but I mean, there's a lot of great books you can go out there and check out. I don't know none of them, but
I was just about to say, dang, Sly got the encyclopedia of dad
I,
stuff.
I ain't
Hey,
read.
tell him Sly, but Google is his friend if he really want to know. Look
Yeah,
him up because
Google
we don't
free.
know none. We definitely don't know none.
Hey
Hey,
man, Jay Little, man, you might want to check out our archive. Jay Little wrote a book about being a dad. So no, he might have wrote it about being a kid, and he dedicated it to the dads.
Yeah, I got his book. I read that
Yeah,
for our kids.
yeah, I got his book somewhere around here. But yeah, man, man, just make sure you're there, man. And Chance said some good stuff too, about being a great husband too, because that relationship is what your kid is going to see and kind of base his future relationships off of.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's going to base everything his view his vision of manhood is you. His vision of what it takes to be a man is you. If he sees a guy who cusses out women, who slaps around women, who's disrespectful, he's going to think that is what it takes to be a man. But if he see a man who loves on his woman, who helps his woman out, and is a great help meet, he'll know that that's what it takes to be a man. And when you set those principles early, and you set them hard and you set them in stone. When he goes out to the street, it ain't a lot that can shake those principles. It ain't a lot that can shake them. But if you don't set them on a strong foundation or whatever, he can falter. He can fall into a trap of being somebody who's not respectful to women or not a good father when his time comes along. So that's your main thing. Make sure you set those principles early. Another thing, when you babysit, don't drop the baby. That's it. Make sure you got a firm grip when you hold them. Don't drop the baby.
Honestly, did you?
That was my
Honestly,
biggest fear, dog. That was my
you
biggest fear.
never did it
Huh?
with your
Uh,
two kids. You never dropped the baby. Be
not
honest.
a long way. He fell on
Dog,
the he fell on the bed before he ain't never hit the ground. He fell on the
listen,
bed.
dog. I just knew I was in trouble, dog. My son, he probably almost won. Was on the chair and rolled off that mug. Oh shoot,
I,
boy!
that's funny.
That's the scaredest I was, man.
That's funny. I done had my first two. I'm at the grocery store, put them in a little shopping cart or whatever. Went them crawled up out the shopping cart and fell
Dang, boy, you did it where people could see you. You going to jail.
Hey, they grown now. They ain't
They ain't
mentally
messed up too
challenged.
bad.
They ain't mentally challenged, so they all right.
Yeah, man. You just
Oh.
you, you gotta make sure, man. And this the thing about being a dad, man. Being a dad, your reflexes gonna get sharper. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have them cat-like reflexes. But you just gonna notice a lot of stuff about yourself will change, man. Your life, you're no longer living your life for yourself anymore. You're no longer living that life for yourself. You're living your life,
Oh, man.
for your child now, man. It'll make you a more complete person. It'll make you a
That's
more
it.
complete person.
That's it. No doubt.
But that's it though, man. I do wish you the best, man. And I tell you, like I say, man, it's nothing wrong with being nervous. Nothing wrong with being nervous. All us, all us have been nervous. All us have been nervous when our son was born, but we just work through it, man. We work through it, and you just keep going. You keep going. it's no perfect way to do this thing. You got to keep doing it.
The older you get, you realize no two people are alike. You know what I'm saying? So if you got two kids, you can raise these two kids exactly the same, and they'll go on two whole totally different paths. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you do your best. Hey, it ain't your fault if they if you doing a good job. It ain't your fault if they go off to the wayside. I mean, that's just something that happened in life. You know what I'm saying? So don't beat yourself up, even if kid ain't what you think they should be. You know what I mean? So just take care of your kids, take care of your wife, and let the pieces fall where they may.
Yeah, and be there.
Yep. Be there, my friend. Be there.
Just be there.
If you're there, hey, you done won. That's half the battle. That's half the battle, man. Check this, man. We're getting close, man. We're getting close. We're getting close to that time. You know, every time we get close to that time, what we like to do, we like to take a walk down the 90s block. I take a walk down the 90s block. And we take that walk down the 90s block. We pick something out of the 90s that we all like and something that we can all debate on, since the 90s was the greatest decade on this planet. So now, for the 90s block, this time on the 90s block, we are going to do women from sitcoms in the 90s, grown women from sitcoms in the 90s. Which one do you like better? We just picked out 3 of them. And one of them, I'm going to butcher her last name, but I think is Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. Garcelle Beauvoir. Garcelle Beauvoir. She Fancy from the
Jamie Foxx
show. The other one, my girl Tootie, but she wasn't Tootie this time. It's Kim Fields. She was Regine from Living Single. And the last one was Holly Robinson, not Holly Robinson Pete. We're talking about Holly Robinson from Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Which one choose you? Which one?
You got Elvis.
But you know what? Before we get on that though, if you notice though, the idea of beauty has kind of changed in the industry.
And they all skinny.
Yeah, can you look at Holly Robinson?
Well, Kim Field wasn't that skinny.
Well, Kim Field had them big old titties.
Big old
bitties. But if you look at Holly Robinson and Garcelle Beauvoir, you know, they were skinny chicks. They were real skinny chicks with, you know, they ain't really had no body like that. But now it's like, ooh, you gotta have that body, you know, dick them up on them. I guess the standard of beauty kind of changed a little bit in TV. Well, but which one? Holly Robinson, Kim Fields, or Garcelle Beauvoir?
I'm gonna go with Fancy.
You go with Fancy? Yeah, Fancy was bad. Fancy was bad. You know me, I'm all about Tootie, man. Forget that. It's all about Regine for me. Yeah, even to this day, I even like
Regine
her on
that
Mike Epps show. You know that new show on Netflix?
Yeah.
The Upshaw, I like her on that too. Them tig old bitties.
I'm gonna go with Fancy too. I
you
like
know Fancy?
Yeah, and it was funny, you know, because Jamie Foxx, you know, that dude, he made that show. I ain't gonna lie, well, he was with her, and then you know another fine looking girl come up in the hotel. He was like, "Hey, what's up with you?" You know what I'm saying? But in the end, you know, he always fell back to her. You know, but I like her.
You like her? I'm surprised Holly Robinson ain't getting no votes, man.
Her show wasn't as popular as now one of those.
I don't know, man. Hanging with Mr. Cooper used to be the thing, though, man.
Yeah, for a small percentage of people, but everybody knew Living Single in the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah, you got a point. But I really
less exposure, Cooper. I guess.
But she was on 21 Jump Street too, now.
But that's true too.
No, she wasn't on 20. Was she on?
But what she does for her kid and the special needs kids is very, very, very commendable of what she does.
Oh yeah. She got a kid who's like mentally handicapped, and
Yeah,
maybe autism. I'm not sure exactly.
he just yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. What type of special he is, but she does a
the
lot.
special needs. Yeah.
Yeah, she does a lot with special needs stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Well, Holly Robinson, though, she used to. Hey, I thought she was
She's
bad.
still good looking now.
She's
Yeah,
still
she's
good
still
looking,
good looking.
but
And I
it's
like
just
the fancy
it's the
fancy
competition though.
role. Yeah, I like the role Fancy played too with Jamie Foxx and Braxton and all of them. They kind of just fit together.
Hey, hey, Braxton was a funny dude though. Hey, that's crazy when you said think about what he in what's that with Harlem Nights too?
Nah, he wasn't in Harlem Nights.
No,
Braxton wasn't in that. I thought he was one of the
man,
dudes
Braxton too
with
man, he too
Arsenio Hall.
young. He too young to be on Harlem Nights.
I thought he was in there with Arsenio they were shooting.
No,
I thought he was one of them.
no, that
No,
was Michael
man.
Nunez.
Okay.
Michael Nunez was the guy in there. The guy who played Joanna Man.
Yeah, that's right. He was on the one with Terrence Howard when they had that little show. You remember that?
No.
Yeah, they were like lawyers or something like that, brothers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember the show. I didn't watch it that much, but I remember it came.
Sparks and Sparks.
Sparks, yeah, that's
Yes.
it. Hey, good job, Stacey. Appreciate you.
Sparks.
Came through.
Yeah.
No, she just said Sparks. I said Sparks and Sparks. Now, she
All right,
got
bro.
half and I get half, Stacey.
I appreciate you, Brian, too. I appreciate you,
But
too,
she
bro.
got Sly right, though. Sly talking about Michael Nunez. It is Miguel Nunez.
Well, Michael
Pretty
is
Ricky, what they call me. Pretty
hey,
Ricky, what they call me.
Michael
we
the
don't know.
English name.
We don't know nobody's names. We just be like, hey, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
They played on such.
But it is like some black folk where you just that black he done been in every black movie. You don't even know his name, but he just been in the movies.
Yeah.
You know that dude. You know what I'm talking about with the curly hair.
Like Pinky. How many role Pinky done been in? Clifton. I did an interview with him somewhere. I got an interview with him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool fella too, man. Pretty cool dude. He is exactly who you think he would be. He's exactly who you think he would be, man. Cool guy. Oh well. Well, man, it looks like we're coming close to that time, man. Hey, for everybody checking, man, make sure you go ahead, log in. Make sure you check us out, man. Brian, where can they check us out at, Brian? Where are we, Brian?
Man, of course you see us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean, Podbay, Apple. Man, anywhere you can stream a podcast, you can find the world's greatest. We here every week, man. Check us out. You won't be able to turn away. You won't be able to turn away, man. You won't be able to turn away. You have a great week too, Stacey. We appreciate all your support, baby.
Ted, you got any final remarks before we get out of here, man? Any closing comments before we get out of here, El Presidente?
I know, it's coming close to Christmas time and everything. It's all the season is about, loving on your folks and all that stuff, man. Don't necessarily go broke trying to show out for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go broke in Christmas, man. That messes you up for the rest of the year.
No, they went in broke. They just came out broker.
I'm like, hey, the kids get all they want all through the year. Don't think you got to spend $1,000 on some kids for Christmas. They be all right.
They get everything but a foot in their ass.
They gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to hear that because I have seen people go in major debt just trying to buy some Christmas gifts and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it ain't that serious.
It ain't that serious at all.
These kids know it ain't no Santa Claus now.
Man, you gotta live. You gotta live for tomorrow, man. You still gotta live tomorrow now.
I
Yeah.
damn
Don't go
sure,
out here and be a fool.
and I damn sure ain't about to let no white man get credit for me working
Well, yeah, like,
all year long,
hey,
and you get all the credit.
I'm like, Santa Claus ain't about you nothing. That's for me, bruh. I did
That's all me. All
that.
me, fool.
All right, LBZ, you got anything to say before we get out of here, LBZ?
Man, I tell everybody, don't give up on your dreams, man. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't be um, easily knocked off a track, for lack of a better word. Stay on that track, man. It may take you a while. It may take somebody else a shorter period of time, but stay on your journey. Your journey is your journey. So stay on it. I'm proud of you. Just keep moving forward, man. Keep progressing.
All right, man. This has been another great episode of the RIP 28 podcast, man. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast. And as usual, man, I give you a little bit of wisdom from a South Atlanta poet. And we kind of break down these lyrics. He says, I hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true, I'm no island. Peninsula, maybe, it makes no sense. I know crazy. Give up all this pussy cat that's in my lap, no looking back. What he says right here, man, here's your lesson, man. Once you meet the right person, none of the other opportunities around you even matter. Settling down is worth it.
Yes, sir.
Birds from Andre 3000.
Hey, Sly. Folks don't really get that part about Peninsula either, though.
They don't get it. They don't
Peninsula,
get it.
baby. Hey.
They don't get it. Well, check this, man. It's another great episode of the RIP 28 podcast, man. We got to get out of here. We'll see you next week. We'll holla.
Yes, sir.
I am Andre 3 Stack.
Peninsula.